Hello, it's both my privilege and pleasure bringing this program to you every week. Art and Leisure shows you the happenings in the arts, culture and tourism worlds. Today we are focusing on children. Let's start by inviting Victory Ashaka to recite his poem on Lagos. My name is Chioma Okpara. Once again, welcome to Art and Leisure.
Oh la la, Sisi Eko, Elenjuege, Antieko, Harimale Lo, Mami Young. By birth, he is Yoruba, Egun, Edo, Awori, and touches nobility. She moves consciously as a she queen, with so much eloquence at 50 years younger. Sisi Eko, your beauty is a diversity. To behold, beautiful oceanic view, tall edifices, rich resources from the Lagos and Crete, and such other. Sisi Eko, though you have excelled so much in the field, yet you still you will attain the more and better achievement in science and technology. Just as prosperity catapult the young into old, so shall it be called Mama Eko in wealth, splendor, pomp, and patriarchy. Itesiwaju Eko lo jẹ́ wá lógún. Long live Ibile, long live Lagos State, and long live Nigeria. This is my vision as a child. Thank you.
Welcome back. Victory Ashaka is one of the 50 children that qualified to participate in the last phase of Vision of the Child, Painting and Literary Arts competition. A live session was organized for them to make sure that what they did that got them into the competition in the first place were really done by them. Take a look. They were brought out of their comfort zone for this exercise.
You are making a statement. You're telling a story. That story, the four walls of the classroom, they are used to it. And for you to get creativity out of children, you need to make them see new environments. You need to open up their imagination. Why am I beside the sea? The beauty of the scene, the creativity of God. And then they are able to imagine that for me to make this good, I need to look at the beauty around me and then think very deeply to prove my point that the Sisi Eko, what is Sisi Eko all about? Sisi Eko, the ocean, the building, the skyscraper, which ordinarily a child in Badagry would not see that every day.
The judges outlined the criteria to be used.
Members of the jury have standard criteria like presentation, there's composure, there's creativity. Appearance is part of them, and then originality. Yes, after the writing part of it, we're still going to have them come over to present their works.
Express yourself, what you feel about Lagos State. If you feel it is social campaign, express it. If you feel it is aging gracefully, express that. We are not going to judge you based on your position. We are going to judge you on your use of colors, on your creativity, on your composition, the way you have shown your mastery of the technique you are using. That's how we are going to judge you.
Some of them talk about their paintings.
It's about a woman that uses her comb to brush her hair and gives a new Lagos. Like the demonstration is about a beautiful woman, meaning that there are good roads in Lagos. That everywhere is clean. That there are houses for rich and poor. There are schools for rich and poor. Even though there is private and public schools. I painted a logo of Lagos State that always comes in festival. I painted it in a procession.
My painting is talking about Lagos as a metropolitan city. It shows Lagos in its true colors. You can see the Lagos coat of arms. Then it has an eye in the middle. The eye represents what the people see, what you see when you come to Lagos. So once you just look at the eye, the first thing you see are the skyscrapers, the cranes, water and so on. But when you now look deeper into the smaller part of the eye, you can see that they are underdeveloped parts of Lagos, such as Agulegba and the rest. So you can now see 5 eyelashes on the eye. They represent the 5 divisions of Lagos, which are Ikeja, Ikorodu, Badagry, Lagos, and Ekpe. Then you can see 4 coconuts siding the Lagos logo.
This is a youth festival, and this is fabric, like attires that people use for their head. I use it for the dress and for the jelly. I used paint with sponge to do the sky and the ground, the earth layer. This was also used by sponge. The hair was used by colors, and these are sparkly things that looks like the ones that you use for Christmas trees, and a necklace that someone has worn out that they don't need to use. I also use black marker to trace it so it can look more lively than what I used for doing it.
Vision of the Child project is a painting and literary arts competition for Lagos-based schools. Only children aged 8 to 12 are allowed to participate. The program has been on for 4 years. This 5th edition has a theme, Sisieko at 50, aging gracefully, or Nasusu pancake.
Lagos is 50 on the 27th of May 2017. And one of the most important things that we are going to celebrate throughout the countdown for 1 year is the future of Lagos. And the future of Lagos cannot be spoken about without the children of Lagos, who are the future of Lagos. Lagos at 50, the celebration of the coming of age.
And I'm very happy that Lagos at 50 is taking children on board as part of the programs that we'll be celebrating to mark Lagos next year.
Corporate bodies are in support of this initiative.
Our real focus is on the children. It is on encouraging talents to emerge. It's on developing the future, well, today's leaders more or less, bringing out everything that they have in them. For us at Diamondback, we're very innovative and we try to achieve our objectives in less obvious ways. So even though we're a bank and we're trying to promote financial literacy in children, we believe that there are very strong connections with bringing out their talents from an art perspective, from a literary perspective, and them learning about finances.
For 5 years, children in public and private schools in Lagos have shared their thoughts on different issues through poems, essays, short stories, and paintings.
What I have seen in them is they have suddenly gained confidence. They are very bold. Camera is just like a normal way of life to them now. They speak before parents, before judges, and because they know from the stages that one of the criteria for them to qualify for being one of the finalists is to at least speak and let the judges hear them. And one of the criteria is understanding of the topic and creativity and boldness. One of the reasons why we are promoting this project is that we are leading change in Africa, starting with Nigeria. So these children are suddenly realizing that to lead change, they need to know their audience. They need to be confident. They need to make presentation that will make people to say, wow, so they are learning the art.
The grand finale of this competition will be the award ceremony. 3 winners will emerge in painting, literary arts, and combined dexterity categories.
The award ceremony is just going to be one out of, can I say so many? This is what they haven't seen before. I'm just not going to talk more about the award ceremony, but it's going to be wow. This award ceremony, for instance, is going to be here at about 6 locations in Lagos at the same time. And then the governor of Lagos State is going to sit and some children are going to be telling him the story of Lagos from children's eyes. So we are looking at Lagos in the eyes of children, which is actually the best because they are not corrupt. You can't force them to say what they don't want to say. They say it as it is. They don't even know whether they are outing the governor or they are praising the governor, but this is the Lagos they want to see.
The Vision of the Child project encourages children to speak out on national issues. Good to have you back. Well done to everyone who is providing the platform for our children to excel in life. Still talking about young people. When you organize a competition for them and you allow them to do their work in the comfort of their homes or schools, sometimes you're not sure if they were assisted or not. Well, to rule that out, 51 students were made to sit for 2 hours to do their drawings and paintings. Let's see how it went. This is a live session. The children are between 3 and 12 years old. They were drawn from 20 schools in Lagos State. They were divided into 3 groups, each given a different theme.
The topic is changing lives. Then we have ages 3 to 5, that is changing lives in the home. Then we have ages 6 to 8 for changing lives in our environment. Then we have 9 to 12, which is changing lives in the whole world.
They employed the media of collage, mixed media, and watercolor in the execution of their works. Some of them talk about what they did.
I titled it A New World by God. Yeah, this old world is signifying that the earth is dirty and corrupt. The red signifies that many people on the earth are guilty of murder, or unjust murder. The black signifies that the world is dirty, corrupt, and invalid. But here, God, these hands, heavenly hands, they signify God himself. He's tired of the new earth and its ways, so he broke it down and established a new earth.
The title of my work is Changing Life in the Home, in the Environment. I used light blue for the sky, and I colored my hand green and I put it here. Then I used red to do this. Then I only used yellow for this, and I used green for all the rest. And I put black here. I draw the sky, and this is the danger, this is the umbrella, this is the house, and this is the tree, and this is the flowers.
The title of my work is Stop Cutting Down Trees. I painted a man cutting down trees, and these are trees that he has already cut.
4 accomplished artists are here for supervision. They used certain criteria to award marks.
The first thing we actually considered is the ability of the kids to interpret the theme. And then we also considered some principles of art, like the texture, the proportion, the ability to use the drawing space adequately, the lines, and their creativity.
10 winners emerged, 3 from each group. 1 special child also received a prize. Shea, who came first in ages 9 to 12 category, is excited.
I didn't even know I will get first prize. I thought I'll be third or second because I could not even complete my drawing. But I'm so happy that I got first prize even I didn't complete my drawing.
She talks to us about her work.
My drawing is about changing lives in the whole world. In this I wanted to show that in this drawing the world now is beautiful and it has trees and there's no rubbish here and there, and there are fishes in the seas, there are people, their life very good. But afterwards there will be cars, smoke, factories, and there will be rubbish in the seas and the waters and all, and the life will be dead.
His brother won, but he didn't win. The mother rejoiced with one and made out time to be with her other son. This is the 8th edition of this program. This is the first time a live session is taking place. Why organize an art competition for children between 3 and 12 years old?
Because basically there are no art competitions in this country for this age group. You have music, you have reading, essay writing, competitions, but there are not many art competitions around.
A veteran artist made out time to be with the young ones.
I'm interested in seeing children, growing and developing the artistic skills. I've always thought that bringing up children in the way of art is not necessarily to make them artists. I talked about the issue of art education and education through art.
Having gone round to see the finished art pieces, trained eyes see a bright future.
This idea of asking them to come and do them in our presence has really revealed a lot of things. The standard is still very high, and we are so surprised that if they could do all this, without being influenced, then the future is very bright.
When I see a Benoit, when I see a Picasso, Leonardo da Vinci, those are famous artists. When I see them in any of these children, because I can see them, I see them already.
This art competition and exhibition is Lagos-based. There's a plan to make it a national event in the near future. Well done, Mrs. Tando and your team. Every May 27, focus is centered on children because that's their day. March past, cultural display, excursion, and other activities are lined up to make sure that they have a grand day. In Lagos, the Center for Black and African Arts and Civilization decided to draw the attention of the children to a national issue, which is corruption. Watch this.
Corruption can be defined as the immoral acts that those who are kept in place, like leadership, where they embezzle money and something like that.
Illegal practices, malpractices that go against our moral principles.
Illegal acts or immoral acts or vices exhibited by people of the society.
Aside from defining corruption, these young ones danced and also acted plays. Some recited poems.
By concerted efforts of cooperation,
our founding fathers fought for an independent nation.
Nigeria got an appellation.
The Chinese of Africa.
Few sons of the soil in diaspora.
Returned themselves with patriotism.
To mark the International Children's Day, the Center for Black and African Arts and Civilization organized an inter-secondary schools debate. The competition had the topic, "Can culture be used to curb corruption?"
At the end of colonialism, the newly independent African government inherited institutions that had internalized the culture of citizen operation and extortion. The question there is, how can we get out of this quagmire? For me, that's why I said that our culture has a key role to play in curbing corruption.
Mostly culture is because of corruption. For example, in some villages, some people choose their cultural leaders. They give title as to only people who are rich, who they even know that they got see through corruption, which makes all of them corrupt. So culture can't curb corruption.
This present government is interested in making Nigeria a corrupt-free nation. CBAC, being a parastatal under the Ministry of Information and Culture, has brought the issue down to the level of these youngsters.
We catch these children young, and as early as their infant stage, we let them know the positive aspects of our culture. We train them in morals, we train them in the norms and the ethos, the traditional ethics of our people, which mold their character in a process of confidence building, so that by the time they are adults, they will no longer engage in anything negative.
If we can inculcate in them now a culture of doing things right,
without necessarily looking for what they can gain personally from every endeavor. It will go a great mile in helping us to have a corruption-free society.
Is it okay to say that the adults who are corrupt today were not taught our cultural values?
In those days, people selling, just put their ware somewhere, just put a tag, price tag on it. People will come and pay the exact amount and go away with the ware. But these days, you can't try it. So I want to believe we got it wrong somewhere.
Children bear their minds on what should be done to anyone or people found guilty of corrupt practices.
It should be taken to prison. I believe in justice.
Well, to me, I think that they should be heavily punished.
The person should be penalized, and they should teach the person about moral values.
Can give the person judgment, death by hanging or fire in court.
I think a penalty of 10 years imprisonment should be okay.
What more can I say? I asked that question out of curiosity. I chose them at random. Never met them before. No rehearsals. I just wanted to know what children would recommend as punishments for corrupt practices. Listening to them, at first I was shocked, but frankly speaking, it's a bright future to look forward to. Thank you so much for making our time to watch Art and Leisure today. There's so many other episodes for you to watch online. Just go to www.artandleisure.com.ng. My name is Chioma Okpara. Same time, same station, in 7 days' time, God willing, there'll be a fresh edition for you. Until then, love yourself, love Nigeria.